Tres Rey. Today I'm going to be reacting to Cursed, Season 1, Episode 3, titled Alone. So, before we get started with that, let's just recap about last episode. So, last episode, it started with the Red Palatins, and the Morning Monk. They were just strolling through the woods when they heard a little sound, and one of their people was wrapped up in a bush because Nemu did some powers, and that was that. We also got a flashback before that happened to Nemu and how she got marked and cursed by like the demon who was like a talking bear. That scene was pretty interesting. From that, we discovered that our father and the rest of the village, the Fae folk didn't really want to deal with Nemu because they thought she was cursed and the demons will come back for all of them if she lives. She lived, they don't like her, she's cursed. So moving forward to that, that's when they did the thing with the branch, and the monk said, "This is not an ordinary girl." So then the Red Palpatines, I don't know why I find that word so hard, but it is. The Red Palpatines decided to name her the Wolf Blood Witch. It was really original. They saw a couple of dead wolves. There was blood all over the place, and Nemu was a witch. So they just kind of crammed it all together and made that word. So there was that. Squirrel was found by the Morning Monk because Squirrel wasn't that intelligent, and a bunch of random villagers saw it. So they came to Squirrel's aid, and they all ended up dying. And I was so irritated because while they were wrapping up the Morning Monk, a few of them were warming their hands by the fire. Why are you guys warming your hand by the fire when you barely have like a serial killer like wrapped up and dead? You guys, so they all died. And then the Morning Monk ended up letting Squirrel go and told Squirrel to let the rest of his people in short terms know that he's coming, that it's on. Also, Nemu lost a tooth. It was disgusting. The sound, the everything. She was pretty much trying to get into a village, but since everybody is already, I don't know how, by the way, everybody already caught wind of Nemu disappearing. Like literally, everybody was just in the woods. Like how did the whole world now know that the Wolf Blood Witch is on the loose and they're looking for her? I don't know, because nobody had a phone. Nobody has a phone, nobody has a pager, but it is what it is. Somehow magically delicious, they all know that Nemu's out there. So Nemu had to disguise herself as somebody who was in pain, and she talked to some random guy who apparently was a dentist, and they were trying to get into the village, and they ended up pulling the tooth to prove that Nemu really had a bad tooth. Moving on. Nemu ended up finding Arthur in this random village that she ended up getting into. And Arthur was with his annoying people who, one of the boss mans, he tried to get crazy with Nemu, and she was like, no, I got this sword. And she ended up cutting his hand. They fled that village. And then we got into a scene where Nemu gave the sword to Arthur so he could play around with, and gave a little speech about how great it was. And he was trying to get Nemu to sell the sword, but Nemu was like, my mother's dying wish was to give this sword back to Merlin. So he was like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we'll do that for your mother that I don't know. In the core span, Arthur brings Nemu to a random castle, and she was sleeping. She was sleeping from one scene all the way through. Like halfway this whole episode, she was sleeping from that all the way through, and trusted this man to bring her to her castle that she did not know. She didn't know the people in this castle. She didn't know anything. But it is what it is. So he ended up stealing the sword because he told another random character that we do not know that he also has a dying wish, and he needs to do it. He needs to give off this sword to whoever. Merlin, I believe that he also said his name, because it was a dying wish. Everybody got a dying wish. Now Merlin. Merlin is my favorite. Merlin was rocking this leather coat, and he didn't care. He looked good, and he was amazing. He found Nemu's mother, who he called the healer. I don't know what that means. Clearly I know what that means. She heals somebody, but I don't know what that means to him. So then like a dark widow lady with a crazy voice came up to him, and that's when I found out the name of the sword, which the sword was called, oh god, I don't even know what the sword was called. The Last King. I got notes. Hold on, guys. The Sword of the First Kings. So the Sword of the First Kings, Merlin told all these people that it was destroyed. Apparently it wasn't destroyed. She said, you lied. He said he'll get it back, but he lost all his magic because of the sword. So apparently this sword is like sucking up life and causing havoc at the same damn time. So now he asks this widow lady with a crazy voice to lend him a horse and get him into some random place so he could steal some stuff. It sounds complicated because it is. But that was my little recap for you guys about the last episode. So let's just jump into episode 3, titled Alone, and see what this episode got to give. Okay? And bloop. That's sad though.
Arthur, my son. Why is it so bloody hard to think?
Oh, that's Arthur.
Bring back our honor.
Keep a wider stance, or you lose your balance.
What do you know?
They all got some crazy hair. That's Arthur. Come to this village. Oh, everybody knows who Arthur is, guys.
Telemisia.
Oh, you just pushed that girl. I told you, I'm always good at this. She's still sleeping? Oh, she was tired.
Who are you? Where's my sword? I came with a sword. I have to get it to somebody. Where am I?
Ivoire Abbey. You don't seem very smart.
In
She's
Abbey.
not.
I have a way of spying demons. Do you know how?
No. How?
I just stare at them. I stare at them until I see through their faces to their real faces.
That is creepy, girl.
Run along now, child. We have many guests here today, and they'll surely be needing some food
She's
and
still
drink.
staring.
While you're here, wait, where are you going? You can't go out.
Just push the nun. She walked right into the red palace. Ew. Oh, that was the guy. They finally got him out that tree.
No one comes in around.
Saved your life, you stupid idiot.
Where's Arthur? Where's he gone? He's got my sword.
Igraine, where have you been? There is chaos out there.
I'm sorry.
Who is this? Are you fake, kind Alice?
No. No. I'm...
A child.
Yes. Mum, at least I think so.
She thinks she's a child. This is a very scary scene.
The red paladins will flay the skin.
Is that Merlin? Come through, Merlin. Ugh. There's that girl.
Go away, Merlin.
Almighty, eternal, righteous, and merciful, give to us poor sinners, and for thy sake, all the
Why would they bring her there?
The wolf blood witch done it to him.
The what?
Some fey girl.
He's not dead.
There's something in his mouth. Here, hold him down.
Girl!
And so let us rejoice, dear brothers, for the sword of power has been found.
Super Dragon Kings.
For as long as a face sword determines who is worthy to wear the crown, the church must bow in servitude.
And if it was found, then where is it?
A Fey witch escaped with it during the Scourge of Tudor. Our own brother Odo confronted the demon in the woods. We all saw what was done to him. Ah, here he is. Enter, my son.
The most dramatic entrance.
Our weeping monk.
Yes, Monk. I thought it was Morning Monk.
This.
They be switching these names.
Once we possess the sword of power, it'll be a crippling blow to them. Then, and only then, the heavenly fires will come for Merlin.
Uh-oh, now he feels the power. This guy should be like a detective. Not only did he find the exact room, he found the clothes.
We have to bleed him.
He knew that she was
Bleed
there.
him? He's bled so much already.
But what do you suggest? Because if he dies, they'll kill us. Do you understand?
Try the kitchens. We need pepper and beeswax to help ease the swelling and the pain. What?
Those are Fey remedies.
How do you know they're Fey?
We could burn for using those.
Then I guess he'll die.
Who taught you this?
Just a friend.
Black pepper is Faye. Call me a Faye. I love me some black pepper.
There's something you must do. Take this to Merlin.
What is that? I didn't do anything. I just saw it.
It's like the burn is inside of him. Circle within circles. Power drawn from the four elements. Water, earth, air, and fire.
How do you know that?
Here's the scream.
What is it? The enemy is here.
Someone says he knows him up. Stay with your horse for a second.
Arthur,
Oh, Marion.
Aunt Mary.
What are you doing here?
We seek an audience with Sir Ratcliffe. I rode all night.
Here. I have not had cause to open this in years.
Is that a line? This is so Game of Thrones. Who's wearing that?
When my son died, I was as plump as a partridge. Now he wears a death shroud and I wear this silk gown, and we both waste away to nothing.
You'll look after your sister.
She won't leave my side.
Arrangements to take your sister off your hands, and there my charity ends.
Arthur! Don't struggle, Charles. Where are you taking me? The bosom of our Lord. I want to stay! Arthur!
Bosom of my lord.
Who put this very nonsense on him?
I suppose we both did, Mum.
Dispose of that. Immediately.
Those joined the Abbey this past week.
Why do you ask?
When we scourge a Fey village, we try our best to be thorough, but some do slip through the net.
We do not give sanctuary to Fey kind here. We've had no new arrivals recently that I can recall.
And gather all the sisters together and question them one by one.
The Fae are not like people. Oh God, the king. He is just annoying. She got a lot of food there. Never mind.
From a perch, one can see many things. Like enchanters casting rituals in a lightning storm. He's up to something. One of your footmen was with him. Put your hands to that man. I'm sure we'll get some answers.
What if they find you? They'll burn you. No, they won't. If they catch us, do nothing, Robin. I won't.
Are they lesbians? There are lesbians in every show I'm watching. Yes, people, you didn't close the door.
Abbess Nora wants you in the infirmary.
How long were you there?
Long enough.
You don't know what I can do to spies.
Neway is annoying. Girl, this church or whatever this place is not that big for you to be playing around. Same scene, same area. Can he not fit in it? Why is it all...
Because I would like your sponsorship for the tournament.
The tournament is for knights. I have 10 soldiers in this castle worthier than you. You have a worthy weapon? Where did you get this?
There's a girl in Hawksbridge. Highborn. When it was all over, she gave me this sword. Must have been in her family for centuries.
What a liar.
A sword won with honor.
Have you brought what I asked you for?
No.
What do you mean, no? He knows I'm here. The dance has begun.
You must not destroy the sword with the Fey fire. Pursue this course, and you will know this unspeakable pain.
They always have like a really pointless conversation. He looks like the king from Shrek.
One drink. Then you get your rest. What do you think you're doing?
Look here. Turns out Arthur has got a rich uncle Ingram here after all.
Not a shred of this vial is true. Did that high-born girl with the treasures on her neck give you that sword? Or did you steal it?
I don't know what just happened.
Where's the new girl?
Who?
The new one, Alice. Showed up last night with cuts all over.
Last night?
Filthy. Like she'd been hiding in the woods.
Almighty, eternal, righteous, and merciful.
Kill that girl.
All sinners to do for thy
And
sake.
her long neck.
Righteous and merciful. Give to us all sinners to do for thy sake.
So they healed him to kill him?
You'll be hanged.
Burn.
Bless you for this gift, brother.
Follow the river for half a day until you see a deep bend to the west and a clearing on the right bank. Go into the wood until you meet
Just
the
small
road.
directions.
They... When will I see
Now
you?
that she wants to see her.
I'll find you.
Oh, girl, I'm over this episode. What are these creeps? Is there a background thing?
Take me to your king.
Okay. So that was season 1, episode 3 alone. Wow. So this episode was one of those episodes that you can call a filler episode. It really was a pointless episode. I was over Nemu. I think I'm getting over Nemu as this season is going on. So I hope her good fortune for the next episode, because if she keeps going on this way, I don't know how much longer our friendship is going to last. So in this episode, we still do not know where Pym is. We just heard about her. Squirrel is still running in the forest. The morning monk, we found out, can smell Faye. We met Arthur's sister. Arthur is going to be burned because he had the sword. Now that the Red Palatins got it back from him because Arthur decided to lie. Okay. Once again, that guy, Red Arthur's boss guy with the one hand, he came in the scene real quick and then he disappeared. Where did he go? I literally don't know. I do know that Arthur's father, who is, I think, Sir Hector, as I said in the episode, he looks like Shrek's the king. That king in Shrek, it was actually quite hysterical. The aunt appeared once. She didn't even see Arthur in her son's outfit. I thought that was gonna... Why did her son's outfit have holes? I don't know. This episode got me a little discouraged. I started seeing like low budget. I started seeing annoyance. That nun lady with the long neck. Oh, she was more irritating than the king. But now, and then the whole episode, Nemu and Arthur's sister weren't getting along, but at the end of the episode, with no reason or rhyme, they were like, when am I gonna see you again? I don't even understand anything. Arthur's sister's a lesbian. Like, this episode was just all over. I don't really understand. But hopefully episode 4 will be much better than this one. This one was an irritation. We'll call this episode Irritation. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to a season 1, episode 3, Alone. check out more videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also check out my new merchandise, the Andres El Rey collection. I will put the link down below. Check out. I have a whole bunch of new stuff, and I hope you guys can grab some. I'll see you guys next time on Andres El Rey.